questions and people's interaction. That's what I really love too. Okay. Oh, okay, Ben, that sounds good. Oh, Dylan, thank you for being here. Dances with Goofy, great to have you. And Ben, thank you for being there as well. It is November 5th, 2019. Man, this year has just flown by. It's 50 days until Christmas, too. Now, I do also want to mention here that as I saw in the stream with, oh, I hope it doesn't turn into the Rocky Horror. Thank you, Danny. Two Real Geeks. Good to have you here. As I just saw in the Diz Our Dream stream, they were talking about it. Dylan mentioned it. The Wonderful World of Disney presents The Little Mermaid live tonight on ABC. So don't miss that out. Hello, Diz Our Dream, Jeff. And oh my gosh, thank you so much. It was great. I loved your stream. It was so much fun. So anyway, it's The Wonderful World of Disney presents The Little Mermaid live tonight on ABC at 8 p.m. Eastern, and I'm thinking it's going to be that same as Pacific as well. So let's go ahead and get started with some news here, and then I'll get into the history. It was announced today through The Verge that Disney Plus and ESPN Plus are going to be running an ad as part of the agreement to regain streaming rights for some Disney films. So what's going on? It is going to be just a simple ad. From what I can gather, it's an ad just as you're signing up for the service. So it's not going to be like an ad all the time throughout all the streams and things like that. But in order to get movies and things, content from Stars, they had to go ahead and promise that they would run this ad, just part of the licensing agreement that they have. Now, specifically, the one that they're talking about is Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. That one is definitely, they want that on day one when it starts a week from today. Apparently, it's going to be ready at 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific. I'm going to set my alarm so that I can be there for the moment it starts. Okay, so that's that agreement thing. Hello, Donna Jaworski. Good to have you here. So a new park logo has appeared. It made its appearance at the Animation Courtyard Arch at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It's the end of an era. This is the third logo that's been in that place. So the former one had Mickey, of course, with the little clapper board. But now it's just very basic, very plain, and a lot of people are complaining about it. I think it's fine. A logo doesn't need to be over dramatic, but I think this one's just fine. The smaller arches also have been received the same color scheme. It's all been painted, and it still features scenes from the golden age of Hollywood. That's still untouched. So everything's okay with that, but okay. But the former sign had been up since the park changed its name in 2008. So, 11 years, good run on that. And then prior to that, of course, it was from 1989 to 2008 when it was called Disney MGM Studios. And to me, it's always going to be MGM. Blue Nose, thank you for joining. Good to have you here. So one more little bit of information here that I have. Let me read this to you. Starting on November 8th, guests can embark on a voyage around the world as It's a Small World holiday, now in its 23rd season, is transformed from the classic attraction at Disneyland. And in the attraction, children, of course, they sing the regular song, It's a Small World, but it also includes a couple of other songs. They sing Deck the Halls, and let's see, what is the other one they have? Jingle Bells. They sing Jingle Bells and Deck the Hall, and they sound just great with It's a Small World. It's amazing the way the music just fits all together. They did a great job on the orchestration. Ben, Doug, and I listened to that one at least a few times every Christmas season now. We love that attraction. It's especially beautiful at Christmas time. Hello, Rob Fuzz. Thank you for being here. So the thing is that new this year, it's going to have like scents. Now, they've had things in the past before. They've had the smells of fresh pine and peppermint in the European scenes, but now they're going to be adding, it says here in Asia, there's going to be a fragrance of cherry blossoms. In South America, you're going to smell cinnamon. And in the South Seas, you're going to have the smell of coconut. So Not only do they have all the special sights and sounds of Christmas, it's going to be a smelling kind of thing too. So you're going to be able to have yet one more sense enticed on this attraction. That's pretty cool. I love that. And just so that you know, it takes a lot of effort to transform It's a Small World into Small World Holiday. It takes cast members, a dozen cast members, 35 days to install the lights on the outside on the facade. That's a huge facade. And it also takes 24 cast members inside 18 days to transform the attraction. 18 days. It's a lot of work. Believe me, I know what it's like to transform our home into the Christmas forest. So I totally sympathize. I know what they're talking about. Totally sympathize. Okay, let's get to some history. November 5th, 1937, the Silly Symphony cartoon The Old Mill premiered on this day. It was released. Now, that was the first film that used the multi-plane camera. That was developed specifically so that it would give the film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs some depth. And I'll tell you, it was really utilized very well in the movie Pinocchio. But coming up very soon, later in the year in 1937, Snow White was released. But they used the process in the cartoon The Old Mill. It's about an abandoned mill, which is the home for wildlife, and it won Oscars. It won lots of Oscars for that, for the transformation, for the technology. The cartoon itself was fantastic. So anyway, let's fast forward a little bit here. Now we're in the Disney Dream. They're talking about the beach club and the yacht club and how they love staying there as one of their favorite resorts on property. Well, it turns out on this day, the yacht club opened at Walt Disney World in 1990. November 5th, 1990, the yacht club. And of course, it's right next to Epcot. It's a short walk to the International Gateways, which makes it so convenient and so nice for a lot of people. And also guests staying at both the yacht club and beach club now have exclusive use to the Stormalong Bay, that huge, huge swimming pool. Pretty cool. Okay, here's something else that's near and dear to my heart. November 5th, 1994, the Orange County Register. Now, that's the newspaper in Southern California that covers all of Orange County, where Anaheim is. Of course, that's Disneyland City. And the report stated that after carrying 150 million passengers between Tomorrowland and Fantasyland over the past 38 years, Disneyland's Skyway will be making its last trip. And this was announced on a Sunday. And then on Wednesday, 4 days later, that was the day of the last trip. I was there. I was there on the last day of the Skyway. And it was very sad. I went there, went on the attraction, went on it. And then the very last person that went on the Skyway actually was Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse did a solo trip across the Skyway. Very cool. Went the very next day too. And when I was there, they had closed the stations. They put planter boxes in front of the stairs so you couldn't climb up the stairs at all into the stations. They had already removed the sky towers that held the cabling up. It was so sad. I remember, I just loved it. And everyone actually was crying at Disneyland. They didn't want the Skyway to go away, but you know, they had to do it. There are several reasons for it. I've never gotten one firm planter boxes equals fancy Disney walls. Exactly, Danny. So anyway, in this case, the Skyway closed on that Wednesday, and on Thursday, everything was gone. Everything. It was amazing. I couldn't believe how quickly that went away. Let's see, we have in 2004, November 5th, 2004, the Disney Pixar animated film The Incredibles opened in theaters nationwide on this day, November 5th. Wow, has it really been 15 years? Cannot believe it. Also, November 5th, 2006, the first two preview shows of Finding Nemo, the musical, were held at Animal Kingdom on this day. And it's the first time that Disney had taken one of their movies that was not a musical, turned it into a musical, and put it on stage. That's really cool. You know, I've seen that show a few times. Doug and I love Finding Nemo at Animal Kingdom. So, okay. November 5th, 2016, the Chicago Cubs. Yeah, what is it about the Chicago Cubs? Why am I talking about the Cubs? They were celebrating their World Series championship at Disney World. They had a parade, of course, down Main Street at the Magic Kingdom. And MVP Ben Zobrist, along with teammates Addison Russell and Javier Baez, they paraded down Main Street along with Mickey Mouse. Of course, that was something to really celebrate because they hadn't had a win in 108 years, and it was an amazing win. So congratulations to the Chicago Cubs in 2016, playing at the Magic Kingdom. Also, let's see, November 5th, 2017, Mickey's Soundsational Parade at Disneyland had its final run that year. And it first premiered in 2011. Now, that's a 6-year run for the parade. At Disneyland, it's not uncommon for after 5-6 years for a parade to be swapped out for something else. They're not cheap to produce, and but eventually the parades start to break down and it starts to get more expensive to maintain the parade rather than just premiere a new parade. And in this case, they had it going, but then because of Pixar Fest the next year in 2017, they retired Soundsational because they were going to be doing the Pixar Play Parade in both daytime and nighttime. So the Pixar Play Parade, they moved from California Adventure over to Disneyland for that season of Pixar Fest. I liked Pixar Fest. It was a lot of fun. But then, a surprise, Soundsational appeared back at Disneyland in January of 2019. This year it came back. But they did finally close it on July 17th, 2019. And a new parade is going to be coming next year at Disneyland 2020. It's called Magic Happens. Now, Doug and I heard a song that was composed for the parade. So far, we're not impressed, but I'm taking a wait and see attitude on this because sometimes I don't like the idea or sound of something, and then all of a sudden I see the full execution of a parade down Main Street. I'm thinking, okay, that was a good idea. Now, I can tell you that in 1997, over 20 years ago, I didn't think it was okay to replace the Main Street Electrical Parade with something called Light Magic, which turned up to be something more along Light Tragic. It was a disaster. Anyway, that's a story for another video. November 5th, 2018, Ralph Breaks the Internet premiered at the El Capitan Theater on this day last year. Man, Ralph Breaks the Internet's already been out over a year. So the film was in wide release in November. It was November 21st that finally went into full release. And of course, again, just to reiterate, The Wonderful World of Disney tonight on ABC will premiere The Little Mermaid live. And the only person I can think of that's in the cast is Queen Latifah. I think she plays Ursula. But it looks like it's going to be an entertaining show. I'm hoping to watch it tonight. I've got a lot to do. The Christmas forest does not decorate itself, so we're going to have to do some decorating tonight. Oh, yeah, that's right. John Stamos is in it, too. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me of that one. Uncle Jesse, yes. By the way, seeing Danny there with Two Real Geeks, I'd like to thank my support channels, D&G Explorers, as well as Two Real Geeks, and Rob Fuzz, always right there to help us out as well. So thank you so much, Rob. Two Real Geeks, thank you so much. Awesome work. Jess is doing a new show on Monday nights. Had a lot of fun with entertainment news. I think it's going to be a fun show for her to do. It was a lot of fun. So, also, I'd like to, Walt, hello, how you doing? I'm glad you're there, Walt, because I happen to be mentioning you very, very soon. And Waltogram's Dougie, good to have you. Dean of theliveplace.com. Dean is a fantastic guy, has over 70 channels on his website that he advertises. They're all family friendly. Of course, Pepper Tree Villa is included in that list. Hello, LSU mom, great to see you. But go check out theliveplace.com for family-friendly content here on YouTube. It's wonderful. Now I'm seeing Walt in the list there. I want to make sure that I do mention that tonight. But first, starting tonight. Now, all times that I mentioned here are Eastern. So I started at 6. Starting in about 15 minutes, Amy of AJC Magic TV will be going live with her show at 6:30. And on that particular one, she's going to be doing some kind of a Family Feud trivia thing. So I'm sure it's going to be a fun time. I wish I could participate with it, but I have to get back to my desk soon. But I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, that's AJC Magic TV. Don't forget to turn that in at 6:30. Then at 7:30, Jim of More Sunshine Please. He will be doing his weekly show. Jim is always entertaining. He does Disney trivia, talks about the news, things that are happening in the world of Disney. And then half an hour later at 8 p.m. is Walt with Mouse Talk. Mouse Talk, Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Don't forget to watch that one. Followed by that at 9 p.m. is A Disney Life for Me, and that is with Miguel and Daniela. And that is on the Disney YouTube network. Hello, Cargo. Thank you for being here. That's all I have prepared for my readout of news and history for the world of Disney. I do enjoy this daily dose with everyone. Candy Mom, I didn't see you there. Thank you for joining. Good to have you. You bet, Walt, anytime. Max Kimplin, thank you. So, Thursday, Ben is going to be dropping a video for Life with Ben. That's going to be Thursday morning at 10 a.m. Lena. Yeah, last night during PTV Live, if you missed it, go back and check it out. We talked about, actually, we didn't have a specific theme going. We were doing a mail call, and then when I was going to just ask Ben about his Christmas tree that he just finished setting up, and it turned into be a very long conversation. So, oh, Zach, thank you so much. You're going live at 7 tonight. Oh, okay, great. Playing Disney Trivia, great. Oh, thank you, Candy Mom. Yeah, Ben's tree is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. So let's see, tomorrow night, also at 9, we're going to be talking about transforming parks for events, mostly Halloween and Christmas. Thank you, Danny. We'll advertise that one again tomorrow. Make sure that people are in the know on that one. So you're doing top 10 Christmas characters tonight. Well, okay. Thank you, Walt. That's good to hear. Yeah, Christmas is in the air. Can you believe it? It is coming so fast. Just 50 days until Christmas. I cannot believe it. So everyone, thank you so much for this time. I really appreciate spending all this time with you today. Yes, making Christmas. Anyway, last night during our show on PTV Live, Doug mentioned the fact that he is glitter phobic. Yeah, he does not like glitter. So people have been teasing him now, and I'm sure we're going to get envelopes and cards filled with glitter. And Doug he's going to make me open them outside, even if it's raining, I'm sure. So it's going to be kind of interesting at the villa. Anyway, everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this edition. Yes, hashtag glitterphobic. This edition of the Daily Dose of Disney, I really appreciate it. It's always been wonderful to speak with all of you, spend this time. And man, that chat today has just been so active. Thank you for participating. Captain Akron, thank you. It's awesome to have all of you here. In the meantime, everyone, I want you all to go have a great evening, make it magical, and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow with another edition of the Daily Dose of Disney. Bye, everyone.